talk about it now. You want to hear it?
Nah, not really. I lost all energy.
I know. All right.
Is that it, Chin? Steven Seagal kind of sucks.
Sure, that's it.
Remember he's all chubby teaching Putin fucking moves and shit?
Yeah. Whole thing's weird, man. You think Blake Lively's done?
Yeah, no one wants anything to do with her anymore.
Wow.
You don't think there's any comeback for her?
She's like an Amber Heard now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
What about
Because Ryan Reynolds
Oh,
has,
people love Baldoni.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Yeah, she
Ryan Reynolds is so powerful though. I feel like he could put
A
herself.
lot of people
Doesn't matter.
are angry with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, the
lot.
internet doesn't give a fuck. The internet's like, you know what? Because she got a lot of backlash.
No, because he's part of, like, I don't know as much of the story as you probably do, but from what I've read online is people saying that, like, Ryan Reynolds might have had something to do with, like, this takedown of Baldoni.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Well, did you see what happened to Stefan Diggs? Do you know what's going on with him?
Yep.
He had that chef who worked for him, and she said he sexually assaulted me,
Yep.
he choked me, beat me up, and they go to court. It was either today or yesterday.
It was big too.
And they're having a testimony, and they have video of her supposedly when she said the incident happened. There's video of her at the time like dancing, having fun, and her thing is she said he promised her a restaurant, and he was like that never happened. But he was gonna get 5 years for domestic violence.
And it was all bullshit.
All fake.
Yeah, of course.
He lost sponsors.
Yeah, what a
He got
surprise.
Fucked in
and you lose
media.
everything before nobody even looks into it. They're like, just believe her. And you get your fucking life
And nothing.
fucked up.
That happened with the baseball player,
It
right?
happened at Baldoni. The minute she filed a complaint,
Dropped everything.
WME dropped him. They all
You're talking
dropped
about
him.
Trevor Bauer. He just threw a no-hitter too.
Yeah.
And you know.
Oh,
And then the
minor
girl
league.
basically,
and it was
no-hitter.
proved it was bullshit with Trevor Bauer, and they never gave him a chance.
and he never got it back, right?
No, they fucking ruined his whole life.
Cy Young, bro. He won the Cy Young.
Yeah, some scumbag, two scumbags,
Baller.
scumbags.
Was he on the Padres?
He was on the Dodgers, right?
He's on the
Or
Dodgers.
he's Dodger?
Dodgers, and then he also
I think when women like
wanna say
that
the
should be
Reds.
put, I think when you find out they lied, I think they should do the amount of time that they accuse somebody of.
at least a year.
more than that. I'd put him in jail for 10. Fuck you. Like
Yeah,
go-
pitched
go
no hitter
away.
with Cincinnati Reds.
Wow.
2020 Cy Young. Yeah, but so he signed with the Long Island Ducks and threw a no fucking hitter. I just don't get why a team went to. You know how hard it is to find good pitching. It's so hard to find. I just don't know why they wouldn't take a
makes me
shot
so
on him
mad.
when
It
you
does
know
get-
it's all bullshit.
It also, when
Proved it was
with
bullshit.
those bullshit things, nothing ever comes. Like, remember there was a girl who was with Poton that, like, she was
That's
trying to take
right.
down Poton,
Said he was.
Yeah, and then you see,
and then she was trying to sell her OnlyFans.
Yeah, then you see on Twitter she's gagging on some guy's dick.
Yeah.
Well, the MMA fan base is like, get the fuck. They're educated. They've seen this.
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
like,
but she
"Get the
accused
fuck-"
But nothing
him of-
happens
she
to that
accused him
girl.
basically of anal,
Yeah, I mean the UFC. You're dealing with a different animal.
But if
Like
it's
if Trevor
Hollywood-
Bauer was a UFC fighter, he'd be your
yeah,
champ.
if it was
He'd be back.
Hollywood or anything else like that, you're just so done before you even get out of the gates.
No, they're not
Like
giving you a
it's
chance.
done. You're done. Like with Baldoni, he had an award from this women's group. By the way, they call him a feminist. You know, he's kind of full of shit with his like, fucking. He's a female ally. Get the fuck out of here. He's annoying.
Those guys
Did he
are-
say that though because of what was happening?
No, he
Just to,
annoys
like-
me. I saw a speech, man. He was always annoying. Takes himself way too seriously. I think he's full of shit. He's not my favorite person.
A lot of actors
But-
are like that though.
But but you can see that there's like he has receipts, man. There was, he might be clumsy, but there was none of that sexual harassment bullshit.
No, didn't he?
people
Wasn't he
saw through
constantly
it.
bringing up his wife whenever Blake was like?
Yes, and he shows the text. He kept all the texts.
Well, at least they don't have to pay anything.
But the main thing is she and Ryan Reynolds apparently tried to ruin his. They
Yeah.
tried to destroy him and take the movie.
And Taylor Swift was involved. yeah.
Yep. She
What the
was,
fuck?
Yep.
Yeah.
What is she? What's she doing?
She's best friends with Blake Lively.
Yep.
And there's
Really?
in the text thread. They thought she was going to have to.
Because
I didn't hear about that.
In Discovery, when you go to lawsuit, one of the reasons that you don't want to go to trial is because all that shit comes out.
Your
Sure.
text, everything.
And so they were like, let's just settle out of court. This is bad for both of us. It's so expensive. And that was it. And then they both are like, we're committed
What a miss!
to
What a
workplaces.
mishap!
Like
What a mishap
Oh,
by her. What? Because she was beloved. People loved
yeah,
Blake
dude.
Lively.
And then they saw the real her.
Cause you follow this case more than me. What was her angle? Why? Like
She
she
wanted to
wanted
take the
rights
movie
of
away
the
from
movie.
him. She wanted the movie
he
from him.
wrote and directed it, and she wanted to take the movie away.
She wanted her cut. She wanted to have her cut. He wanted his cut. And then she basically cut him out of the movie at the premiere. She goes, I will not appear in any pictures with him. So he and his family were down in the basement and she was up on the thing with Ryan Reynolds and everybody. Yeah. And everybody noticed it. And then Ryan Reynolds and her both stopped following him on Instagram. So all the sleuths were like, what the fuck? Meanwhile, the movie made $500 million. They would have both gone on to huge stardom. And now they're,
If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Is the movie not about harassment? Like a relationship
it's about
harassment?
domestic violence.
Domestic violence?
And he was directing it because he'd read the book and he lobbied the author to let him direct it. And then, so now he's directing it.
Well, at
He
least
was also an ally for women.
hopefully
all this
someone takes a shot on him.
shit. Look, they're both products of the Hollywood machine.
Yep.
They're
And he
both
caught up
like
to him.
super ambitious. They could give a fuck about anybody else. It's all about them.
What a shame, too, because Ryan Reynolds has been like the most likable guy in Hollywood.
Deadpool.
Look,
Cool.
he's
Yeah.
with Deadpool revived his career. He's really great, funny, but a lot of these people are just
You hear
narcissists.
horror stories about Ryan
those two.
Reynolds.
Really?
Horror stories
Like about him or to him?
about him.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Any that could be said?
What's the comic that we had on? What's the comic on Deadpool?
Oh, TJ Miller.
TJ Miller. Yeah. Ask TJ about it.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Well, TJ said he didn't want to do Deadpool 2 because of Ryan, right?
He's so mean to him. Because TJ had all the funny lines. He didn't like it. He was getting the shine.
Really?
Yeah.
Because Brian wants to be the funny guy.
yeah. I mean, I was in Hollywood a long time.
Yeah. And you've heard some whispers?
I don't know. I don't like to say much because I don't know him. I don't know him. I don't want to say much. I think he's really good in Deadpool. I think he's really funny. So
I like his
he's
movies.
super talented. So Ryan Reynolds, I'm not going to say anything bad about him. And when you work in Hollywood, there are always people that are going to say shit. But my guess is, I have an opinion, but I'll keep it to myself.
I just don't care about them.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there's no reason to care.
I love TJ with
Dude, the Met Gala's.
That was the first time in a long time Bryan Callen got very animated on the Fighter and the Kid podcast. And of course, it was the subject matter because we know what he was really talking about, his allegations. Now, his allegations are different. Now, I do agree with Callen that if a woman falsely accuses a man, she should definitely have to serve time, as much time as they were going to give the guy. Bappa was like at least a year. Callen was like 10. And I do agree with him. However, you have to remember, Callen's situation is very different. And Callen might have just revealed something in there. So, Callen was accused by the Tigerman. And by the way, she has witnesses. She told people at the time, and one of her friends and her ex-boyfriend from back then came forward and said, yeah, she told us right after it happened that Callen did that. And then Callen sued her and her husband. And then her and her husband started a GoFundMe, raised a bunch of dough, and Callen dropped the lawsuit. However, Callen said in there, oh, when you sue somebody, discovery happens, and some people might not want that to happen, so they just settle. So did Callen drop that lawsuit because he sued the Tigerman, and then discovery was going to happen, and some stuff Callen didn't want to be discovered would have got discovered? I don't know, but you can tell Bappa's face the entire time as Callen's ranting. Bappa's just like, here we go again. Because you got to remember, this has been Schaub's biggest complaint, and he's turned everyone on the show against Callen about Callen needs to get his light back and give up on the allegations. You're the only one who thinks about it, Callen. Well, except for Schaub, who brings it up every 5 minutes when he gets the chance to. But that rant Callen went on, we know what that was really about. But, I mean, his career is dead. And, like, Bappa's already said he wants to bring the show down to once a week and very soon just end the Fighter and the Kid podcast. Especially, looking at this setup, my God. at least Schaub Show or Big Brown Breakdown will be done downstairs where I don't think the air conditioning will be as bad. But I think Callen, he's already ramping up his podcast. He's going on other podcasts. I think ultimately he should just go back with Tripoli, do the conspiracy podcast again. That's my thought, but let me know your thoughts in the comments.